All right, ladies, we have some goodies in store for you today. And I'm going to walk through a few announcements rather quickly. And our very own Michelle Callan is going to lead us in our networking exercise today. So excited that she is going to do that. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. And you will see that on our very first slide, we do have a few pictures from VIP week. And I have to say, it was the best one yet. It was so good. And we had lots of ladies there. You see Michelle, she was doing a power pose when she was speaking. But we had such a great time. And what was really cool is, we had different ladies coming on different days, and we're seeing some of the fruit of that today because we do have new business members who are on board as a result of VIP week. So we've got Samantha Simpson. So love her. Samantha actually she's a new business member, but she's been around. She has been a part of this community pretty much since we've been doing VIP week. And the awesome thing is that she won the 2025 VIP scholarship. So we are so
Oh,
happy to have Samantha on board. I've wanted to work with her and help her take her business to the next level. So we're going to make some very valiant efforts to make that happen over these next several months. So we also have Anne Sylvie, and I just love how Anne came into the community. And I have to pause here and give you a minute to just share how this even came about for you.
This was God. It was just totally mind blowing. I did the hot seat and I was
mm,
just trying to decide, is this for me? Is this going to work? Is this something that God wants me to do? And so we were talking through the hot seat and people were asking questions. And Darcy, I thought, was going to be the last person to ask a question. But instead of asking a question, she said God had led her to give me a year's membership in the VIP center. And it was just, I
oh,
have never been so shocked in my life. And it was just unbelievable. And I've been praising God for it.
Yeah. And it was just so cool that you didn't realize that you and Darcy were actually connected.
That was unreal because we sat at the same table and she was telling somebody else that she had been the head of a dental program at a college. And I thought, she looks familiar. And then I thought, oh my goodness, this is the person who was head of the dental program for the college I represented for 17 years. And the reason I didn't recognize her right away is that I was a speaker. I would go out to high schools and talk to the kids about their future and tell them all about Darcy's wonderful program. And so I didn't really connect with people in the office in the classrooms because I was always in the high schools. And so we figured out that we were who we were and we knew each other sort of. And it was a great connection to begin with. And then she just totally surprised me that day. And it just was amazing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. What are the odds? That
God.
was, yeah, that was just no, that was not some just coincidence. It was just orchestrated, and I even have a little video of you two coming together and hugging in the middle of the floor.
Uh,
It was so awesome. So what I love about this story is that it points out a few things. That one, that when we come together in this community, these are divine connections and something really powerful happens. And then,
mhm.
the other part of this is that this community is a giving community. And there is just this authentic generosity that happens. And this is a great example. So Anne gets to enjoy her membership for the next year and just to grow and learn. And Darcy's going to be blessed because she chose to give, and it's just a powerful story. Another powerful story to share about how this is women who come to the VIP Center and are a part of our community get loved on, get cared about, and I'm just honored to be a part of this. So thank you for all of that. So, and incidentally, Darcy is also a new Purple Life member. So she's not here
Wonderful.
today. I don't think, let me just check and make sure. Yeah, she's not on today, but she's been in the community already showing her face. So we're happy to have her.
Wonderful.
Yeah. By the way, you'll see a QR code. This takes you directly to our members page. So all of you have access to this. I know sometimes I get emails like, how do I get to the members page? Or I need links for blah, blah, blah. It's all on this page right here. And Rachel Koppenhaver manages this page. So you definitely want to earmark this page. You can add calendar invites for all of our different events to your calendar. You get our schedule, the events that are coming up. It's your go-to source for everything that you need. And if it's not on there, then you can reach out to Rachel and she can help direct you, put you in the right direction. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on because I know we want to find out what's going on here at the VIP. And let me shrink that up a bit. Okay, there we go. We are going to do, I know we did some fancy hellos, but I want to do a very quick go around, and I want you all to finish this sentence, all right? So June is here, and I am blank. June is here, and I am, so I want you to just think about maybe one word that fits this sentence for you, and give you just a few seconds. And this time, let's see here. We're going to start with Shawnee.
June is here and I am excited.
Yay! Me too. All right, Rachel.
June is here and I am making progress.
Woohoo! That's what I like to hear. Mary B.
June is here and I am in preparation.
All righty then. All right, Isha.
June is here and I am tired already.
Rest, sister, rest.
I know.
All right, Deborah Clem.
June is here and I am on task.
Woo! All right, Michaela.
June is here and I am pressing forward.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to hear. All right, let's see. Sherry Borshoff, you jumped on at the last minute, but you get to go next. June is here and I am what?
I'm catching up.
Yeah. Yep. All right. And Sylvie.
June is here and I am writing.
Woohoo! Yay. All right. Alana.
June is here and I am grateful.
Oh, me too. Samantha Simpson.
June is here and I'm off to a great start.
Yay. Michelle.
June is here and I am living abundantly.
Oh, that
Wow.
is super yummy. Good stuff. All right, Mom.
June is here and I am living one day at a time.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right, so I believe I got everybody. All right, we're going to go ahead and move into a few announcements here. So let me, big announcement first. We have our networking dinner coming up. This is Tuesday, June the 17th. So if you're here in the Indianapolis area, we have a really super fun experience in store. This says that we're going to go from 6 to 8. What I've learned is that ladies like to hang around. And so our last moment of the evening. We won't go past 9 p.m. So just putting that in your mind. We are going to be working on an art project where you get to paint your story, and then we'll do some creative connections networking. We are going to have an open mic for anyone who wants to take a few minutes to share about their business during that event. Now, you may be saying, well, I'm not in Indianapolis. Can I still participate? Absolutely. So we will be having a virtual, probably Amanda Gleason's going to be managing our virtual online. But we will also, if you register and you want to be a part of this, we'll have you, we want you to be able to participate in the art part of it. And so just let us know if you want to do that, and we'll tell you what it is that you're going to need. And it might even just be a little canvas with some paints. You can go to any dollar store and grab that. They actually have little kits. Ross Dress for Less is my favorite place to go because they usually have like a canvas and a little paint and paintbrush set, and it's like $5. It's crazy how they do. So it will be something that you can do it online, and you can actually participate. But we'll also, for the online folks, we'll have some dialogue going on as well there. Okay. So that's the QR code to register. Now, if you're a business member, you don't have to pay for that. You can register for free. All right. So that page takes you to our www.vipcenter.works/circles page. That's plural, circles, and you can register there. Okay, let's go on to the next. All right. Prayer challenge. Woo! I have been waiting and asking God, okay, Lord, when are we going to do the prayer challenge? So we have a 10-day prayer challenge coming up. Registration is opening up now. This is going to start July the 17th. So we will go 10 consecutive days. Now, here is the part where it's going to require some obedience and sacrifice. We will be meeting at 5:30 a.m. Eastern. This usually goes up to an hour, and we just let the Holy Spirit move. So sometimes the women linger and stay a little bit longer, but generally it's safe to say that this is generally about an hour. So this is a completely free event. And if you've ever participated in our prayer challenges, some of you are the fruit of prayer challenges that we've done in the past. But it really is life-changing. It's refreshing, and women walk away with a brand new perspective and just so much more peace in their lives. And we see miracles happen. We see a lot of giving to each other that goes on in these prayer challenges. So I want to encourage you to register. You can take a picture of that QR code, or you can go onto our website at www.vipcenter.works/10 days, and you can register there. We're about to do a social media blast for it, and we will also be sending out emails. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you get signed up as quickly as possible. Okay. Just some updates, just some information. Upcoming Bible study for all of our Purple Life members. That is going to be happening Monday, June the 9th. So that's coming up very quickly, and that's going to be at 6:30 p.m. So we're going to meet in the evenings, not in the morning, for this Bible study. And this is going to be our part 2 of bringing back the joy. So we've been looking at joy, and we're going to do a little bit of a case study on a particular woman in the Bible and as it relates to joy. Okay, so you should already have that on your calendar. If you don't, you can go to our members page and you can grab that link Put it on your calendar, and you can also get the Zoom link for our Bible study. All right, and then for business clinic, so for our business members, we've got our business clinic that's happening next Wednesday. We had such an incredible mindset clinic for our business members. We got really, really deep this past Wednesday, and so we're going to follow up on that, something that we call our inner scripts. But for all my business members, we are going to be doing a mid-year business strategy check-in. So those of you that were here at the beginning of the year, we set the stage for our business strategy, and we're going to follow up on that. If you've come in after that, not to worry. This is still very relevant to you, and we want to get you to start making sure that you have a business strategy that you're following. So you won't want to miss this particular business clinic. Now, beach retreat is coming. Yay! Yep. So this month, business beach retreat, we are ready to go. We are full. So we are going to be doing that beach retreat in Ponte Vedra Beach, beautiful beach. We will be doing that June the 19th through the 22nd. And I see Catherine Clift is joining. We will be ready to go. I think there are 6 or 7 of us that are going to that retreat. And what you're going to experience with that, you're going to see women coming back, setting up their YouTube channels. Because we are going to focus on building a YouTube channel for that retreat. Oh, that says Faith and Favor. That's actually the business. I got these reversed. So our Faith and Favor beach retreat is actually in October. And we have a full house for that beach retreat also. So we've gotten everybody in who wants to be in. So anything after that would require us to purchase rent another beach house. So it would take 4 to 5 more people to do that. But as it stands right now, we are full. So if you're really interested and you haven't signed up and you really, really want to go, reach out to me and we'll talk about it and see if it's a possibility. I just don't want anybody to miss out because it's so powerful. It's so transformational when we do these beach retreats. And those of you who have been to them, you know what I'm talking about. It's just a great experience. All right. So I want to take a moment here to just let you all know that I've had such a heart of gratitude for you all. I love being connected to you. We are doing life together. We're doing business together. We celebrate together. And the truth is that we are growing, and it's a steadfast growth. And God let me know a couple of years ago that, we would be expanding. So I have some good news for us. And the good news is that we have accepted an offer for the VIP Center building so that we can.
My God.
Yes. This is such a big deal. It's been challenging to walk through this, but we have accepted that offer. And so I'm already on the hunt for the next VIP Center. And I haven't quite found the perfect place yet, but I know that God has that in store. So I'm just going to ask you to keep us in your prayers that we find the right place. I know that we will. I just know where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, there he is in the midst of us. And he's going to lead us and guide us to where we need to go. So just wanted to share that good news. Yes, Shawnee, it is exciting. It's very exciting. So good stuff. Good stuff. All right, ladies, I am now going to turn it over to Michelle to lead us in our networking exercise. So Michelle, are you ready to take over?
I'm ready. Thank you, Angie. So, I was thinking about this and I was like, oh, sometimes we do really serious networking and sometimes we don't. And it's Friday, and Friday feels like one of those days where you're kind of like, some people are still serious, and some people are like, let's get on with the weekend already. It's not Friday, it's Friday. Yay! So, that being said, I thought I'd make this for those of you who have played this game, the kind of would you rather. You've got a this or that to choose from. So as we go into our breakout rooms, one, if you want to take a picture of this so you have these questions when you're in your groups, that would be awesome. Two, when you do get in the spaces together, again, we're all still getting to know each other. So make sure that you give your name. Talk about if you're here as a business member, a Purple Life member, maybe you're both, maybe you're exploring and so you're not either or yet, but you're thinking about it. And then in one sentence, talk about what you get paid to do. Notice I didn't say your title or the name of the company. What do you get paid to do? And you know what? If you're retired, you get Social Security, you get paid to relax because you've done your time, right? So whatever that is, name, how you're affiliated with the VIP Center, and one sentence about what you get paid to do. And then make sure you all have a chance to at least answer one of these questions. So choose from this. Would you want to be on a major podcast or be featured in Forbes? Would you rather run your business from a beach villa for a month or do a luxury conference tour across Europe? And then for those who are still in a very serious mindset, if you had a chance, would you go back one day in the past or would you go one day into the future? So those are just a few of those questions on there. So each of you think about that question, introduce yourselves, how you're affiliated, one sentence, what you get paid to do, and then answer one of these questions and why you answered the question the way you did. And then if you finish that before we come back together, you can start another round of the questions. Any questions, or what questions do you have as we go into our breakouts? Awesome. I think we're ready to go, Angie.
Okay. I was going to try to I took a screenshot of this and I'm going to try to drop it in chat in case for those who are not able to take a picture for whatever reason. Let's see here. Hold on just a moment.
Stand by.
Escape.
Keep your hands and feet in the ride at all times. And pretty soon we'll be exiting the main cabin.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the screenshot, but I will get it in there. I'm going to go ahead and get everybody into the breakout room so that they can be chatting, and then I'll send along a copy. All right, here we go. 1 minute, ladies, 1 minute. Okay, you going to do the debrief?
Yeah.
Would love that. And then just to add another thing, I would like that month vacation. I'm not a business member, but I'd like that month vacation just away from all this on a beach. I think I get bored, but I still would enjoy it. Somebody there is yawning at that one.
Me, I'm sleepy. I've been packing.
Oh, where are you going?
To Texas.
For good? Are you going for good or?
I'm relocating. It's been a stressful move.
Oh,
My 23-year-old is in Houston, and my 17-year-old just graduated high school in December. She's moving to Arlington, and so I'm like, she's going to need me.
Good.
Plus, I have the 7 and 4-year-old, so still looking for a house, still looking for a job, but the crazy thing is my landlord's being a foo-foo, and she gave me a 3-day notice to vacate.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Are
Well,
you,
that's something we need to definitely keep you in our prayers.
yeah.
Yes,
Where are you located now?
I'm in Kansas City.
Oh, I'd say I'd pop over there and help you out, but
It's okay. I've been packing for a couple months, so most of our big stuff has been packed. So I got the kids' room, their bathroom, front closet packed. Only thing I'm tackling now is my bedroom and the kitchen.
well, I will pray that you get some help somewhere, somehow. Okay.
Welcome back to the larger group. Michelle,
good talking to you all.
For us.
You too.
I'm dying to hear in your groups, what did y'all what did you learn about each other in terms of how you'd spend your time, or what were some of your priorities?
I would say I'm going to speak for a few of the ladies in our group. At least two of them, they have really important, maybe three of them, special needs, and one is from the Ukraine, and one is a new business member. The one from Ukraine is, and there's others that have financial needs, looking for jobs. And I'm thinking they're not too worried about having fun. They're worried more about their future and what's going on with them. I just had to intercede with that. Yeah, there are some special financial needs, job needs, etc.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Oh, Catherine, I see your pup has joined us. They wanted to share what their ideas were. What else did you learn about each other, or just think about yourself and what you were thinking about in terms of work-life integration or where you want to be? Rachel?
So room one, we started off talking about, I had said I would rather go on a luxury conference tour. And then we started talking about cruise ships and where we would fly to. And Shanae wants to go a whole bunch of places like Portugal and Fiji. And I said I would love to get to Australia. And somebody else said, oh, that's too long of a flight. I said, we'll take a boat. So so that got us talking about ships and cruises, and then
A dream session.
yeah, it was a great discussion.
I love that. And I was saying I just did a training for a group about how to be flexible with your employees. And one of the things we talked about is having your employees get to be nomad employees, where they're like, you know what, I want to go work for a month in Italy, or I want to go work for a month.
Oh, yeah.
Sherry said Australia was where, or nope, I'm Ireland. Sorry. She said Ireland's where she would want to go. And Samantha had a great idea. Samantha, where would you go? Where'd you say you would go?
Oh, I said I was gonna go to a resort in Mexico.
Been there.
And then that led our group to talk about the idea of retiring on a cruise ship, or retiring or working out of a resort that's an all-inclusive. So then you don't have to cook, you don't have to clean. You could just you could do bowspring on the beach every day, and then the rest of the time just have some fun,
I
right?
think it was all about the food.
We did spend a lot of time talking about the food.
Yeah.
Well, they also have a bar that if you're in the swimming pool, you just walk in the water over to the bar.
There you go.
If you happen to be.
And you don't have to drive home if you're, if you're on a
No,
cruise ship.
you just
you're already
float
there.
in the water there.
Did any of you all in your groups answer the question about being a guest on a major podcast or featured in Forbes?
We had one that answered that one.
I did.
Yeah.
I had said that I would prefer to be a guest on the podcast because it's more of a personal connection with one-on-one. And so I prefer to have that instead of versus the Forbes feature.
Now, Shanae, do you have a podcast in mind that you would want to be a guest on?
There are a couple that I think I listen to from time to time on Spotify and YouTube. And there's this one that's called In Totality. It's by a young lady named Megan Ashley. And she just has various guests. They discuss biblical issues and they just talk about just a little bit of everything. And so I really try to tune in to that one each week. And it's good. So yeah.
So Shanae, maybe what you need to do is drop In Totality a message and be like, hey, I'd love to be on your podcast. That came up in a conversation that I was recently on, and you're the podcast I said I'd love to be on.
Oh,
what does it look like?
Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Yeah. How many of you want to work a 4-day week versus take a month off, or vice versa? Who's doing the 4-day week?
I want to take a month off.
Jerry's taking the month off.
Yeah.
Well, how long are the 4 days? Because I've done the 4-day work week.
What was your question, Rachel?
How many hours are you working in those 4 days?
Well, I don't know. Since just made up these questions, you could make it whatever you want. It could be 4 8-hour
Yeah.
days, 32, you're done.
Yeah. The 4-day work week for me would be I get to pick and choose when those 4 days are, how long they are, and what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did anybody answer the question? Would you go back one day in the past or go to a day in the future?
I did.
Yeah. What did you say, Erlene?
I would love to go in the future and see my husband. He's in heaven, and I can hardly wait till he walks toward me and I walk toward him and we embrace. That's my future dream.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I love that. Anybody else answer that question? That was a heavy one for today. Angie.
I actually answered that same question in my mind because I was looking at you all, and there's a day that I would like to go back in the past, and it's tied to my dad. I wish that I could go back to a conversation that we were talking on Father's Day, and I was not paying attention to the conversation, and that was the last time I spoke with him. And so I wish I could go back and reverse that. I wish that I would just stop and pause and just be present with him. I think about that several times a week still, even after all of these years that happened, when he passed away in a car accident in 2006. So I would reverse that.
Eternity awaits, maybe sooner than you think. You never know.
That's true.
Thanks for sharing that, Angie. Anyone else? Yeah, Anne?
Oh, it's not something I really can share because it's similar to Angie's, but it's we'll talk, Angie.
Catherine, and I saw that you had your hand up.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. Mary's comment was that she didn't want to be in the past or the future. She wanted to practice the present moment, just being in the present. And I just thought that was really profound that she mentioned that.
Thank you. Hopefully, doing this exercise, you learned a little bit about yourself. You had some time to think about, like, how would I do these things? And here's what I would challenge you. This isn't either this or that, or, would I rather? We have opportunities, right? So we might not have an opportunity to go back to one day in the past or go to a day in the future, but we could have opportunities to consider working 4 days a week or scheduling our work so that we could take a month or maybe at least 2 weeks and put our work down and get away. We do have opportunities to reach out to some podcasters and be like, hey, I'd love to be on your podcast. You could get involved with Help a Reporter Out, HARO, and be featured in Forbes or another magazine. You could hire a business coach or a personal assistant. We didn't even talk about that one. And there might be an opportunity to run your business from a beach villa or check out Ask AI to help you find all those conferences and see if you can't find one that's somewhere in Europe and submit a proposal. The worst they can say is no. And then I'd say submit a proposal again. So while we're doing this in the hypothetical, I would challenge us to get that mindset where, but what is possible? And what could we be doing in those? Those felt like maybe dreams and fantasies, but there's the potential to make those a reality in our lives with planning, with purpose, and with faith.
Everything is possible. Isn't that what we learned at the VIP conference?
Yeah.
Everything is possible.
Yep. So thank you all for participating. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Love,
I
love.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle.
Yes, you did
Yeah.
a great job. This was a great thought exercise to really help us to also connect with what it is that we value in our lives. I mean, our values drive our decisions, and so this is just a great exercise I might even borrow this in some of my coaching sessions with some of my clients right now. Good stuff. Thank you. So yay, Michelle.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, all right, ladies. I'm excited to be doing June with you. We will see you out in the community. Don't forget to sign up for the networking dinner as early as you can, so that way we can get you set up to participate in the activities that we're going to be doing. And we just appreciate all of you. And we'll keep you up to date as to what's happening with the VIP Center as we go throughout the month, okay?
Thank
Everybody have a
you.
good one.
Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.